early this morning. Just a
Howdy.
tad. Good morning. Good
What's
morning.
up?
Good morning. Let's see. Get the chat going. How's everybody doing? Everybody's ready to rumble, huh?
Hmm.
Stop. Stop. There we go. Let's see. Click that over. Always trouble. Trouble. There we go. So, what day is today?
Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
So,
Morning, Julie
hump
and
day.
Jennifer. Julie, you're up. That's right, Jennifer. You woke up this morning, so you can't complain. I agree. Pop out the chat. All right. I think I'm set. I'm going to put the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to come in. You are welcome to come in. Get that off of top chat. All right. I think I'm set.
Yeah. Put that out
Jennifer?
there for the trolls to come in.
Yeah, why not? The good thing is, you don't really have to worry about that because if anybody wants to come in, they have to, I have to let them in.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of controls that issue of getting inundated with trolls. Good morning, Maggie.
Oh, good morning. There, turn that off.
Hi, Maggie.
All right. Morning, Julie and Jennifer and Mabel Bunny Mavis.
That's a mouthful.
That is.
Julie's getting some work done before the kids get up. I am sure that's like peak time for you, right? That's your time. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find.
Trying to get everything done before the kiddos wake up. Good morning, Hank.
Hi, Hank. Julie.
What's the topic for
Mabel,
today, Todd?
Mabel Bunny Mavis.
Yeah, I just saw Mabel Bunny Mavis.
What's the topic?
Good morning, Hank. Yeah, gosh, I remember those days when you got up early just to have 10 minutes to yourself before the kids were awake.
Yeah. Gulp a cup of coffee down and pry your eyes open and
I kind of had to pry my eyes open this morning. I went on. I chatted with Deldon on his channel for about 2 hours late last night.
God.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. I never go on chats in the evenings, but I did yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, you were on with Beth the other night, and you're getting to be a night owl.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's because Gwen's been going to bed later and getting up later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that throws your whole schedule off.
yeah, she was always asleep by 10:30 when she's got classes to teach the next day. So things are different since the COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't say that. The C word.
So now your schools are closed till the end of the year, right, Todd? Or haven't they decided that yet?
Yeah, they're
Sally's waiting.
physically closed. They still give out lessons on the internet. But
I got her.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh. Good morning, Sally.
Morning, Sally.
Sally
Somebody's
says,
happy they don't have to work today.
Sally's raring to go.
Yes,
Oh.
I'm good. I didn't go to bed until 2:30, but I'm good.
Oh,
Oh my
Lord,
God.
I was dragging by midnight. I was so glad to go to
2:30.
bed.
2:30.
I thought I was late staying up till 1.
I went to
That's
bed
late.
at midnight. Oh, dang it.
It was her fault.
Hers.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Where you at?
I'm down.
You're pointing to the chat, Sally.
Oh.
I'm above you. I'm right above you.
Now on my screen, you're catty corner from her. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
And my
Or-
screen, you're right next to me.
Oh, that's weird.
The Brady Bunch.
Here's the story. Mabel was up at 3. Oh my God. Night before last, I could not sleep. I was up all night, and then I dreamt. Do you ever have one of those dreams where you know you're dreaming and you try to wake yourself up from it? And it was because somebody was smothering me, like literally smothering me, and I couldn't breathe, and I was pushing them off. And you know who it was?
Mm.
It was Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Wow.
And he was Joe Biden's pick for VP.
That's perfect.
And I was like,
My precious.
my precious, what would a psychologist make out of that dream? I mean, he couldn't be any worse than some of they're considering, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
My precious.
Morning, Shirley. But I could not go back to sleep. So I was so tired all day yesterday. And then I had to stay up for the 10 o'clock party. Oh my God.
And thank you for my house pick.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I got one sale. I got 2 sales on Poshmark yesterday.
Did you?
I got one before the party and one after.
And one after.
Nice.
Same.
But I shared my ass off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all the host pick gets you is just a little from more eyes on your item and maybe hopefully more eyes. But I've never hosted a 10 o'clock party before. Normally when you host a party, people start sharing your stuff the day before, I guess, to hope to get a pick. And normally it's like a few hundred and you get some followers. It was literally thousands and thousands of people sharing and following and sharing and follow. I just kept getting the comments and the things kept rolling in all day. It was crazy.
Wow.
So it was fun.
That's awesome.
My interconnection is unstable.
Uh-oh.
Julie says, I wish I could go back in time and see what you and Sally were like in high school.
Oh yeah, she said she watched the show and loved when you were talking about the prom.
Yeah.
Morning, Val. Yeah.
Oh, Julie. She had a dream she found out she was pregnant again.
Oh no.
Yeah, that other baby, she's all grown up. Just
Time
kidding.
for another itty bitty one, huh?
She is just the cutest thing, though.
She is.
Oh my God. You just eat her up.
I'm way funner now, I think, than I was in high school. It's even when you were in high school, Julie, there was so much about being overweight and stuff. Even though my overweight was 160 pounds at that time, I was overweight. I was, by the PE teacher's analysis, I was
Yeah.
morbidly obese. And because I was 5 foot or maybe even a little bit less than that.
Yeah.
So because of my height, but now I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, I wish I was 160 pounds.
I know, you look back and you think,
Oh my
why did I
God.
think I was fat?
I know.
s-
And if it would have been like, if I would have been like, oh, well, screw her, whatever, I'm not, then I would have had I wish I had such a better
Yes.
self-esteem, because
know,
I would have been more outgoing.
I
Yeah.
feel so strongly about that because I feel like when they put that on you, if you had just were left to be who you were, you probably would have outgrown it but because they put that fear of food and that whole thing. My mother sent me to Weight Watchers when I was 12 years old.
Oh my
I mean, and
gosh.
looking back at pictures, I wasn't even that heavy then, but I believe that started me on that cycle of
Oh yeah,
overeating. And
sure.
Oh, it
I
does.
firmly believe that if she hadn't done that, I would have been
Oh, it
so
does.
much more normal.
Yeah.
Valerie's dad was a little bit of cause for that for me too.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a real asshole whenever it came to stuff like that. Even though my mom she was a fat chick, she wore it good, and she,
But she
she was beautiful.
when she was little, her mom put her on diet pills. When she was I want to say teenage, so probably like 15, 16 years old.
And she wasn't even big.
No. I mean,
she wasn't. I mean, she wasn't skinny, but she was a little thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had a nephew and he was probably 6 or 7, and we were at my mother's house. My mother lived across the street from my sister, and my mother said to them, you really should think about putting him on a diet. And they talked back and forth about it. And later on, I went over to my sister's house before I went home, and I said to her, my brother-in-law, do not put that boy on a diet. Do not. My brother-in-law still says to me, you shocked me when you did that. And I said, what? Do not put that kid on. I will never speak to you again if you put him on a diet. And, they listened to me and they didn't. And now, he got over, he grew up, he outgrew it. He got into sports.
Oh yeah.
And I just feel like if you harass a kid about food when they're young, you're dooming them to a lifetime of misery.
I think boys, I don't want to be sexist or anything, but boys have it a little bit easier than girls do.
I agree. I do agree.
Yeah, but
still, I couldn't see them putting him on a diet and making him feel self-conscious about what he was eating at 6 years old.
My
Morning,
brother,
Craig.
My brother, I remember when he was 13, 14 years old, he was chunky.
Mm-hmm.
And then within a year, he shot about 2 feet, and it just all evened out.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Jonah.
Yep.
Same thing with Jonah. And, like, there was no, I mean, Johnny didn't get fat shamed or anything,
No.
and neither did Jonah. But like, they just sometimes it's easier for boys to pop out of it with height.
Right. The metabolism and all that is completely different.
And girls,
I agree.
Girls, they don't really get that big growth spurt,
Right.
when they're in their puberty ages.
And I think every kid finds his own if you start out by telling them this food is bad and that food is, then of course they're going to want the bad food. They're going to sneak the
Right.
bad food.
See,
It's just
Jonah just eats and drinks whatever he wants, but then, he knows that he has to, like right now, he's not been walking, he's not been doing that daily routine of, like he would walk to work, and he thought of that as like exercise, for him. But
yeah.
it, without that, he's having to kind of watch it, I think. But I don't know. I did have that always in the back of my mind during high school, but I was sometimes I feel like I just faked being outgoing, or like tried to be more than what I was or something. It's hard to explain, but
No, I get you.
I
Yeah.
do feel like that I put that in the back of my mind, and tried to just be who I was. And so I was a little fun. I was a little rebel. I was because I tried to hang out with the smoking group, but I hung out with a lot of different little groups
Right.
in high school, because I was a singer in choir, and and so I had those people, and then I had other people that I knew from class, and other people that I knew from elementary school, and
Mhm.
there was and then like during my junior and senior year, I had like a ongoing fight with a star basketball player. She would be walking one way, I'd be walking another way, and we our eyes would lock, and fuck you, bitch, just right in the hall in front of it didn't matter how many people were there. We were talking. We never got into a physical,
Yeah.
but I swear, like she would be on one side of the school and I'd be on the other, and we would see each other and we would be cursing each other out.
Oh my
That's so
God.
funny.
And I don't even know what it was about. I seriously cannot think to this day why we hated each other so much. But yeah, it was not good.
I'm
Crazy.
surprised that you didn't get into
Oh, me too.
a scrap.
Oh, me too. I
She's
always
probably a sweet little grandma now.
Probably.
I don't know. She was just my number one enemy. It was like she was skinny blonde, long blonde hair, tall basketball player chick. And oh man, she was just
Have you ever looked her up on Facebook?
No. No, because if if she's going through something, I don't want to be feeling sorry for her or nothing.
Oh my gosh. I know, Julie. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like that. It's always been love-hate for me too. And like I get into these things to where I really don't even want to eat for like ever. I like take all food away from me. And then there's other times where like, oh my God, this is so freaking good, and give me more of this.
Yep.
So yeah.
Morning, Surf Daddy.
It's hard sometimes.
Shoot, we've had a class reunion every 10 years since I graduated. And going back to those now, I'm friends with all of them now. And I wasn't when I was in high school. I think I felt intimidated by the jocks and
Sure.
there were cliques.
Yep.
we had the band crowd. There were probably 25 people in my class that I was in band with, and I was really good friends with most of them in high school. But then there was the jock crowd, and then there was the hot girls crowd, and there was the this and the that. And so, but then you go back to the class reunion, you're just like, you're just being friendly with everybody, saying hi, and
Well,
And I
you'll
think-
grow up.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
What you got there, Sally?
Oh, it's a ad libitum dress that I sold.
A what?
The brand is ad, like AD,
Uh-huh.
and then it's libitum, LIBITUM,
Hmm.
and it's a dress, but it's got that lace
Nice.
on the bottom, and it's got silk on the, or no, not silk, satin
Mm.
on.
Uh-huh.
There's like a little satin flower.
Hey, Susie Woozy.
Hey,
That's cool. Julie says, this is always a tough conversation for me with my eating disorder. Food for me always has been a love-hate kind of relationship. I feel like I've lived my entire life obsessed about food.
Yeah.
And and even now, if Michael goes out, the first thing I think is, oh, what can I eat while he's out? Is that strange? Because I
I-
spent so many years not eating in front of people, not wanting to have people see me eat, having to hide so my mother didn't see me eat something,
Mhm.
so to this day I'll still be like
Mm.
weird food behavior.
I
Yeah.
was like that with my first husband
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
he was always talking about my weight.
And
Even
Michael was not. That's a thing that I carried over. I think just from my father, especially. I would never want to eat in front of my father, but yeah, and you never kind of outgrow it.
Right.
Yeah, and
It's-
I don't think I've ever been that way with Brandon. Like you walked
Liz-
into this. This is what you wanted, right?
Liz the same way. It is exhausting. Yeah. There's
Well,
that.
it's just part of who you are now. You wouldn't
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
same Maggie if you hadn't gone through all that.
Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
And it makes
I
me.
wouldn't change you. I like you how you are.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
That is sweet.
everybody has a thing.
I
Yeah.
like me too, but I'm the heaviest I've ever been right now,
Yeah.
which is the doctor doesn't like it.
No.
Nobody
Wow.
else seems to care a whole lot, but the doctor
think-
doesn't like me being this heavy. But
I think you're just fine.
Yeah. I mean, your hands are lovely.
ta-da! They're
It's
kinda
more
wrinkly.
about how
Look at
you
this old-
feel anyway. Oh, I
When
know.
you get to be an
I've
old
got-
man, look at this.
I'm even getting that crepe
I
type
know.
skin on
I've got my
hand.
mother's wrinkly hands. Oh,
Look at that. Isn't that
when did my mother's hands grow on the end of my wrists?
Oh man.
Oh gosh. Morning, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
Crazy. Yeah, everybody has hang-ups. You just gotta keep on trucking, and then
Yep.
and then use them to help you to be kinder to other people who
Absolutely.
are struggling.
Yeah.
Everybody's struggling over something. Thrift Daddy says moisturize, Todd.
yeah, Gwen's was telling me that.
Put some lotion on that ash.
Especially now if you're washing your hands all the time,
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
you got to keep lotioning up. We were in Home Depot the other day and they had this whole bunch of sanitizer. Now I wish we had got it because it'd be easy to, but I've heard, and you would probably know this, Valerie, since you are our medical guru, that the sanitizer don't really kill germs.
No.
Not as good as soap and water.
I mean,
No.
it's alcohol based.
It
So-
is.
So that's the part of it that's probably killing some of the germs, but but you're keeping it on your hands. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, you're not getting. It's almost like you're killing the germs
But
somewhat, but you're not getting rid of it. Whereas if you use soap, it actually connects to the germs and makes it easy. Makes it so the germs come off with the soap. Whereas sanitizer, you're not really getting rid of
yeah,
anything. I've never been a big hand sanitizer person. I mean, it's great to use if that's all you've got, but even working in a hospital setting, I would much rather wash my hands than
and
use sanitizer.
yeah, that's what I figured. It'd be
It's
easy
like-
to just have it and sanitize, but I think it's better to.
Think of
I
if
have
you
to-
got poop in your hands, poop on your hands.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
are you gonna put hand sanitizer on it
No.
no.
and
No.
just wipe it around? I mean, that's how I look at it.
Yeah. Wait, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if when you're out and about, it's good to use it when you're out and about because it'll take care of some of those those germs that are on your hands. But definitely, if you have to choose whether to use hand sanitizer or soap and water, always pick the soap and water.
Yeah.
Always,
Wow.
always.
I don't know if Hank's here or not, but you can check mark poop off the list.
Yeah. Well, did you all see? I know I posted it in the reseller squad yesterday, but yeah, you have to rub the sanitizer for 20 seconds. Yep. That way it gets all over and all those little cracks and crevices. But did everybody get the what do you call it? The update yesterday on the eBay messages?
I may have, but I didn't read it.
I see.
Didn't read it. So, you know how they gave us 50,000 listings for March and April?
Yes.
Well, they're extending that
Okay.
until the end of July.
I think it's awesome. I
Maggie,
think
you're muted. I don't know if you know that.
it's like one of the.
Wow.
I seen the mouth movement, but I wasn't hearing anything.
That's awesome.
Yes, I do agree.
I
I do
think-
agree.
I
That's
think
very cool.
I
that
think
was
it's very I feel loved.
yeah.
It's about dang time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is about time. That's great. I didn't realize, do you not get any auctions with your store? You just get fixed price listings?
No, we get
No,
auctions.
I
too.
get auctions.
Because I went to list and I rarely do auctions, but I went to list an auction because I had this thing that I didn't really know what the value of it was. And it said it was going to charge me a fee.
Oh,
And I'm like, don't I get any auctions with my, so then I went and I had a promotion on a promotional offer, list free 200 auction style, ends April 30th. So I used that, but I thought I should have some
those should come automatically with your store
with my
subscription.
store. Yeah.
There's
should.
some categories that are they're like 15 cents or something.
Right, they do charge
Some categories.
for some categories.
Ah, maybe it was the
so that
category.
maybe that had something to do with that.
I can't even remember what it was now. It was probably a book.
So,
Oh, it was T.
oh, then that probably was it.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah. It just
Tivana.
wasn't. Yeah, it just didn't go into that. It didn't fit into that category.
But once I did the promotion, it gave me. Good morning, Maureen.
Well, that's good.
You're very welcome.
Thrift Daddy said, resellers are doing paid videos for Mercari. Are you cross-listing on Mercari? You bet your booty I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're,
What do you mean by paid video? Anamora, what do you mean by paid videos?
I don't know.
I
Sorry.
wouldn't pay for that. I mean, it's super easy to list over there. What are you paying for?
I don't know.
It's easier than eBay.
Resellers are doing paid videos. I don't know what he means by that.
I don't know either.
Paid videos.
Like, the only thing I could think of is if it's like a paid content video that maybe they have to be in a special group to see it.
Yeah.
And in that group you're paying for their expertise.
Yeah. Mercari is paying them to make videos. That's what
Oh.
he said. Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool because
Hey,
they're
you
Well, it
get
seems
paid.
like I mean, Mercari's been on for a while, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just realizing that there's a big market out there of people to target, and
I mean, so that's them trying to attract sellers to the platform
sure.
where their TV advertising is trying to attract buyers.
Well, that's
platform.
awesome.
What I hate about the Poshmark video, because I've seen Poshmark commercials, but they're all geared towards selling your stuff. I want them to do advertising to get more buyers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Susie Woozy says, yeah, for one-day auctions, you have to pay.
Oh my gosh, $1 for a one-day auction?
I don't think I would do a one-day auction because how long does it take it to get into the service,
Yeah.
first of all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want them to be able to see it. I've never done less than a 3-day, I think.
I've done a few
Um,
3 days.
Yeah,
But I
Thrift
think-
Daddy.
Sorry, I think you have to pay for a 3-day also.
Yeah, I think yeah, 5-day and 7-day are included in the freebies, but yeah, the shorter ones are not. Thrift Daddy, my sales have been amazing on. I don't want to jinx myself. I'm gonna knock on some wood just in case, but my sales were really good over the weekend. I think I had 7 on Mercari. So it's a good platform. You got to figure out what works best for you as far as your shipping. How you want to do that. But and clothing sells for me. Shoes, jewelry. Just about anything and everything sells over there.
Toys and collectibles,
Yeah.
Craig and Liz are saying.
So, yeah, Fish and
Yeah.
Pickin says, Thrift Daddy, this month I've made $975 on Mercari. That's great.
Good job, Fish and Pickin.
I hope that means
That's cool.
$9. I hope it was not $9.75.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But I would guess 975, so we'll leave it at that. But that's great. It's a great alternative. They don't charge for listings.
And I
Yeah.
think that whenever you have activity over there, that it counts like towards just being on the internet, so like you have activity there and then you have activity on eBay with the same item,
Yeah,
or maybe even different items, that maybe it just helps you out in that way.
yeah. Grammy Margaret says, "How do you ship, Valerie?" On Macari, you mean?
I think so.
Macari, I when I first got on there, I was doing everything free ship. So and I was doing my own shipping. And I would just incorporate that in the price. I'm kind of changing it up a little bit. I'm still doing free shipping with clothing, but the heavier items, I am charging. I'll do, they can pay for the shipping.
Yeah, because whenever you, I mean, even if you do free shipping and you ship it yourself, you're gonna have to pay the shipping through your PayPal or whatever. Pirate Ship is how I usually do it. And then so put it on Pirate Ship, and that goes through my PayPal. So I will have to pay the shipping, and then I'll get the full money or whatever off of Macari. Am I explaining that right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you have to pay for the shipping up front, and then once your item is rated, then you'll get the shipping. Once you're paid, which is usually 3 days or so, you'll get that. You'll be reimbursed for that.
Yeah. So if you don't have money in your PayPal to ship, I would have them ship.
Use theirs.
You could still do for shipping, but or paid shipping, however you want to do it, but you send it through them.
Right. Yeah, Liz says I would like to see them let us charge shipping and use our own labels instead of theirs.
Right.
Yeah.
I do. I've been doing anything first class. I've been using their shipping $4.99. Like I said, not making sure to go in, because if you just do their recommended shipping, they charge you the shipping. So
right.
But everything else, I just do free shipping and then add a few bucks and do it through Pirate Ship. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Because the next thing is $9.99, I think, and that's a lot of shipping on.
Pretty steep.
Right.
Hi, Mr. Sadie.
Yes, Fishing and Picking. I love the 3-day auto feedback, no returns. I love that too. You can't beat that.
Yeah, it's so easy. I'm glad that they made it easy. But I could be a big dummy sometime, and sometimes it's really
eBay sometimes makes it so difficult.
Yeah, it is. I mean, sometimes
just overcomplicate it.
And like Nikki says, you don't really want to give people too many choices.
Right.
It's sad to say, but if you do that, it just causes confusion.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, that was definitely a great motivator to see that eBay had done that. Given us 50,000. Now, for most people, that probably seems, like you can't, you're never going to get there. You're never going to list that much, but it could happen if you
could try
down and you could, I mean, the race to 50,000. You know,
you could try. Ain't nothing wrong with trying.
Yeah. So,
and it might be like a crazy amount or whatever, but I mean, really, eBay's only going to profit from it. So, I mean, I can understand why they're doing this, because usually they wouldn't, but in case of like Corona and stuff, of all that happening, they're trying to keep the economy stimulated and and add more for their own pocket. We need a listing
We
challenge.
do. We do need a listing challenge. It's the perfect time. A quarantine listing challenge.
Oh man. But
It would be
It-
fun.
Valerie's like, let's change this subject quick.
I'm in as long as you're starting it.
Who are you talking to? Me?
Whoever wants to do it.
It needs to be here on your channel, Valerie.
Oh, does it?
That's where people expect it to be.
Okay.
But I'm in. I'll be here. Let me. Ain't like I have anything else to do or any place else to go.
Right.
Liz is going to preview a video game store auction. There are at least 50,000 games there. Perfect timing.
Oh wow.
Oh, here comes your competition, Todd.
Yeah, I'm not listing 50,000 games.
I think she gets to. It's an auction, right? So you can bid on certain lots, I guess. Fishing and Pickens been sourcing from eBay the last few weeks. Got an email. He gets an email after the package is delivered telling me I can return my items. That's why are they doing that? Like, why are they?
I don't know.
Oh, eBay makes it easy for buyers.
Yeah.
Remorse.
Good morning, Todd, Flippin' Hustler.
Wow.
Yeah, like you would think they could let it. I mean, you don't think they'd have to push it in people's faces. Yeah, you can return this
Right.
item.
Right. You don't want to tell them that.
Good morning.
Maureen
Flippin'
says,
Hustler Todd. How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
are pawn shops open? Thrift Daddy says he's sourcing at pawn shops.
I think pawn shops are staying open because they sell guns. Now,
Hmm.
that's just a thought, but I don't know. I don't know. That's right, Thrift Daddy. Todd has 50,000 video games. Or dang near.
No, I don't have that many.
No.
I have more than I can get to for a long time, but I don't have 50,000.
Liz says some of our businesses get to open after April 30th.
That's
That's
good.
exciting.
It is.
I mean, you know.
It's mixed because you don't want more people to get sick, but then you want to go places.
It's just that you can't keep the economy shut down forever. It'll just absolutely collapse.
Right.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get back to work and
Yeah.
get the economy stimulated again, and you know, I know that that's what the $1,200 stimulus check was to stimulate the economy, but you're gonna need a lot more than that to that was pennies, based on what we need to stimulate the economy. We got to get back up.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope yard sales, but I don't think there's no plans for opening here in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. I think we might be locked in till the end of May
Yeah.
here, but in other places.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, just is what it is.
Yeah.
So I felt guilty.
Wow.
And
What'd you do?
and I always feel guilty for this because a buyer from Hungary, the country Hungary, not a hungry buyer, messaged me and said, hey, I want to buy 5 lots of video games from you, which would amount to almost $200 worth. But could I offer cheaper shipping? And I only use the global shipping program and send them a message saying so and such, how to make a purchase and use that. But they just kind of said thank you and didn't buy. So I was like, I wish, I don't know.
Yeah, because you
I know-
can't you can't
I know
even
that a
really
lot of
combine.
Yeah, I know that
Right?
a lot of, I don't know, maybe if they put them in their cart and paid for them all at one time, they could get it shipped out in one package. But that always, I don't know.
Well, I
I
mean,
know a bunch of resellers do ship internationally
yeah,
on their own dime or whatever, and they seem to do okay with it.
yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel more comfortable with the global shipping program, and
Yeah.
I do have a lot of international sales, but I don't know. It always makes me feel kind of like, well, I let somebody down, or
Yeah.
I'm mixed on that too, Todd.
And you lost the sale. I mean, you
yeah,
lost the sale, but I don't know. You worry about shipping yourself, and especially now at this time. I don't know whether mail service has been affected internationally, but
yeah. And I know that international shipping is easy through pirate ship, but yeah, I don't
don't
go
have
there. I
any-
don't do it.
yeah, I don't do it either.
You don't have any anything, you don't have any backing. You don't have anything,
Right.
standing behind you.
Yeah, you've got that security if you do global shipping
Sure.
that you can.
And I'm sure a lot of people don't understand that, when they're in a different country and, they want the item, but you can't just, ship stuff over there and cross your fingers that it's going to get delivered.
Right.
So, and I've used the, what is the eBay, the direct.
Yeah,
I think, I don't know if that's what it's called or not. Direct shipping or something to that effect.
I've never heard of that.
What
Yeah,
is that
I mean,
called?
you can put that option in every listing you have,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't do it. I just do the global shipping. I'm probably
Yeah.
missing out on lots of customers.
Well, I mean, you're getting lots of customers, so apparently
Yeah.
it's not, you're still getting sales, so you should be good.
You would think
have
so,
a-
but yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I get that question once in a while from internationals that
Yeah. Liz says, I have a Lost Netherlands package, no GSP.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
All right, Tom, hang on. Let me in. Hang on. Chill out.
and I had another boo-boo I just discovered.
What?
I sent the wrong game day before yesterday.
Oh, no.
So I just messaged the buyer, hey, y'all, I think I sent you the wrong game. Just keep that one and I'll send this.
Oh,
I'll
geez.
send the right one to you. So, oops.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm out like $15 plus the cost of shipping the second time.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah. Morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Morning, Tom.
And I did that because I did sell a similar item. Well, in the
Oh,
the bar where you can put your bin location in on your listing. What's it called?
skew.
The SKU. I had the name of the other game that I had listed just prior to the
Yikes.
game still on that. So I
Oh,
looked at the SKU thing and shipped them the wrong game because I
Oh.
looked at the SKU thing instead of
Oh man.
what it actually was. So I'm a big dummy. Yeah.
Well,
You
Not
big
as bad
dummy.
as not as bad a dummy as Tom, but
it happens.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing we can do about it. It's just something that happens. Good morning, Julie.
Hank
Morning.
says, Tom, your top is super cute today. Hank says, somebody let him know.
that
Okay.
is a super cute top.
It's not red or orange. We're doing good.
I hadn't even
How's-
thought about that.
How's mine?
That's cute. That's really cute.
I really
That-
like the color of these flowers.
Yeah. Todd, Regina says, couldn't you make a new listing with everything and ship all in one package under GSP? Is that what you?
well, I
So
didn't even
just-
think about that.
Take everything that he wants and put it all in one listing with one.
Yeah,
If you
you
wanted
could do
5
that.
different lots, I
Yeah.
may message him back and say I can do that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that's
mean,
a
make sure that you
great idea,
make-
Regina.
make sure that you know, erase those those items that aren't
Right.
listed or that are listed under GS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
see, this is where I start making mistakes when I try something different that I don't usually do.
See, you're self sabotaging right there.
I'm talking myself out of it, basically.
Yeah. Don't do that because that means that you're not going to try anything new.
Shame on you. Shame.
New is good. Change is good.
No, change is bad.
No, it's not.
I can't change.
Thanks, Hank.
When do
Yeah,
you
Hank
get to
says
be
he's
as old
done
as
it.
What?
Hank
do
has
you
done it
get-
that way. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. You're talking business. I was just BSing with Todd.
Hank says, yes, that's how I've shipped international for GSP before. I just create one listing after ending the others, or you can edit one of the existing listings to reflect all the items. Either way.
Yeah.
PC. Sorry, Tom.
No, that's okay. I was gonna just say, when you get to be as old as Todd, you just don't like the change to how you.
I have a
No.
feeling that Todd never has liked change.
I don't.
He's good with steady, same.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The last time he made a major
not to say-
change is they changed the piano keyboard from black keys with white sharps and flats to white keys, black sharps and flats.
What did I just do?
And that's
That
not,
was
that's
that
not
was
a bad
like
thing.
that was like in the 1500s, Tom. I'm not that old. Ebony and ivory live together in anyway.
Well, I went to bed with 2 items sold last night.
Awesome.
So when I get back, I gotta ship them and unpack them and throw them in the mailbox. I had to get up at 3:00 this morning and take my child to work.
Oh my God.
So I started to pack them when I got back, but I sat in my recliner with a cup of coffee and said, since I'm up, I'm going to just stay up. And that didn't happen because next thing I knew, it was about 30 minutes ago. And Roberta was saying, "Are you going to go get Sasha?"
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you need to be.
Got your
You need to
child.
buy you a fleet, and then get them boys licensed and
Well, the biggest thing is right now is the driver's license places. I don't even know if they're open or not.
You can make an appointment.
They're telling everybody to do their renewals online,
Right.
and
Right.
if you need car tags, you need to do them online.
Right. But,
But
they
you c-
still should be able. You still should be able to make an appointment
Yeah.
to go in. So
But
yeah, I would
he's just
definitely.
about ready. We're going to go this weekend and let him drive the course that they drive, and do all the backing and stuff like that, and see how he does.
Yeah.
I'm ready for him to be driving, which he has a slight eye problem that he's had since he was a infant, and I don't know how driving at night's going to work for him. Probably maybe once he does it a lot, it won't be so bad. But he doesn't like driving at night because
Oh,
he's got a slight shimmer in his eyes.
Uh-huh.
You can see him, and the ophthalmologist said that he'd never be able to drive, but he drives good
oh wow.
during the daylight. So, but he doesn't like driving at night. He says it just the distortion and the lights and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on. I told him I'd get him some cool driver's glasses. The orange ones. So that because that's supposed to knock off a lot of glare at night. So
Yeah.
Blue blockers.
yeah, that's it. Remember when they were on TV? They advertised those on TV all the time.
They still sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still sell.
So that's my day. I'm just trying to get woke up, and I thought, well, I'll dial in on best like since nobody see me. You'll forget about me if I don't come in here once in a while.
Oh, stop it.
Do you know a Katie Cunningham, Valerie?
No.
San Antonio, Texas.
Nope. Nope.
Well, Cunningham is Mike's last name, right?
Yeah.
What was y'all's maiden name?
Daniel.
Oh, God. I thought it was going to be something.
Not Daniels.
Right.
Daniel.
Daniel.
No S at the end.
I thought it was going to be something like, Tupaluska or something like that. Y'all are you're just such an exotic pair, you are.
and before I married Mike, I kept my previous married name Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez.
I was Rodriguez for a lot of years.
And mine was Frazier.
Frazier.
Oh.
Frasier.
Yep.
I've always been a Hux.
Well, duh.
Hank says, well, Sally's was Jackson now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was talking about my
Gotcha.
first marriage.
Yeah.
But,
I seen your daddy on TV the other day.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
What was he playing?
Huh?
What was he playing?
He was playing games or something. I don't know.
Oh.
I can't remember.
He wasn't reading a children's book called Stay the Fuck Home.
No, he was not.
You see
I'm
that
trying to
parking lot?
remember.
You
He
see
was
that
in a-
parking lot?
Yeah.
That's at Sam's Club.
Oh wow.
No, that's not a lot of cars.
I know.
This parking lot is usually full, but that's
Yep.
still a lot of cars for people that's supposed to be staying at home.
Right. Yep. What you
Our-
mean, Mr. Sadie? You can go to Georgia if you need a tattoo. There you go.
A tattoo is not going to be happening. First of all, those require needles, and as Hank knows, Sweet Daddy does not do needles.
Oh gosh.
And if God wanted me to have a tattoo, He'd have put it on me when I was born.
Oh, stop. You sound like my daddy. Stop it. That's what he told me when I wanted to get my ears pierced.
Mm-hmm.
Did I listen to him?
No, you didn't listen to him about a lot of things, and
That's
you know,
true.
no wonder,
This
man.
is very true.
Why would we start there?
No, that's the reason Sally was salary. That's the reason Sally was brought up as a nun because of Valerie.
Yeah.
Because of Valley.
Yep. I haven't been called Valley in a long time.
Since that boy in high school.
No, actually, it was my ex-sister-in-law that used to call me Valley.
And how
Yep.
did you feel about that?
I was all right. I was all right with it.
She goes for Valley, but Val, and she'll look at you and growl at you.
Yep. I don't do Val. Nope. 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 Nope.
Okay, you need to get your little butt out here. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah. So you're gonna get some listing done. You're gonna get your 50,000 today.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. That's the attitude.
I've already
That's what I'm looking for right there. That's right.
It's good till July, isn't it?
Yeah. End of July. End of July.
They just need to. They need to just knock it down to like. I've got the 1,000 listings, whatever that's called. Knock everybody down to that and just give everybody 50,000 free listings and go about your business. It's not like people are going to list 50,000 listings.
Some people might. Okay.
Yes, you got
All
like
right,
12
Lori.
listers in there.
Lori, I'm sorry, I'm coming. There we go.
Oh, I thought she was still rebooting our computer.
Okay.
That's not good, Maureen.
Sorry about that, Lori.
Okay, here comes the Mr. And he looks like he's irritated about something.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to have to fight a little bit. These damn customers. So I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great day.
All right.
Bye, Tom.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, Lori.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I only got in.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, it was my computer. I couldn't get Chrome to come on for nothing. I guess I'm gonna have to delete it and re-download it to Windows 10 or something.
Oh.
Or see if there's some sort of update.
Yeah.
It's been giving me problems.
Oh, Mr. Sadie, he said I downloaded Zoom this morning.
Uh-oh.
So beware.
Lacey downloaded Zoom, so
That's hey, that's good.
she's been Zooming me about every other day. So we did that for Easter, and I sent her the links, and now she knows how to do it. She's like,
Yeah.
So, which is fine. Oh, mercy.
Oh, excuse me. Ugh. You get warmed up here.
I tell you what, sales were great over the weekend, but they've tanked so far since.
Yesterday was an amazing day for me. It was like it was keeping it alive for me. I think I got.
I had other things I had to do, but.
What did I have? I had 5 sales yesterday.
Yeah, I had 2.
All on eBay.
I had 2.
I think I had 4. What did I have? 4 pieces of clothing. Clothing is selling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a necklace is what I sold. So.
Yeah, I got closed the
Sorry,
list.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got closed the list, but it's not. I haven't reached that point on my to-do list yet. Because I got stuff sitting around me right now. I need to get out of the way. So.
Yeah.
Because it was stuff that was brought over because of my knee surgery and stuff. I thought, well, I might as well list it while it's over here and then take it over there and put it away. So
yep.
That's what I've been doing, trying to work on stuff that's over here. And then I acquired another tote of sports memorabilia, so
Oh wow.
it's in my kitchen until I bring it in here. But it's got all kinds of. It's got not just sports memorabilia, but it's got the guy that had it. He collected autographs from celebrities. So he's
Uh-huh.
got Valerie Bertinelli. He's got several from Vanna White, Rachel Hunter,
Huh.
local news teams, and then he's got baseballs with autographs on it and stuff like that. So I have to get those authenticated and all that good stuff. So programs, sports programs, bobbleheads, coins. That's like, oh my goodness. It's just a tote, but it's packed full of potential.
Nice.
So that's going to be my winter project, I think, is researching all that because that's going to take a lot of time to go through all that and get it all.
Oh yeah.
So, but he's got letters, personal letters from celebrities where he was like, I guess, part of their fan club and stuff or pen pal. I don't know, but it's pretty neat. Yeah, but I'll put that away and save that for winter. And it'll take some time to get through all that.
Yeah. Mr. Say, you said that sucks, Marine. I would call maybe they will call you in something in considering the situation without seeing you. You know, or I mean, I can imagine that, you know, I could be wrong, but I would think that like a dentist office, I would think that they would take people by appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Or or something like. I mean, they're not going to want you sitting in the waiting room, but I mean, if you can, call them and because they got to make money too, they got bills to pay, So I can't imagine that everybody's just kind of sitting on their hands, not doing this. So I would definitely call the dentist office to see what they're
or an
doing.
emergency one even.
Yeah.
When it's open. I mean, surely they wouldn't want you sitting there suffering.
No. Then there's money to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Sad to say, but that's the truth. Oh.
Nice.
I got so I had this steamer that I had bought, and it didn't work. And so they sent me a FedEx label, and I called them, or I messaged them, and I said, I live 30 miles from the nearest FedEx drop-off. So I said, I need a USPS label to return this. Oh, we don't do that. And I said, well, surely you can make an exception. You might need to go up the ladder a couple of rings, but you should be able to make some. Well, if you hang on, let me go ask. And they said, well, actually, if you go on FedEx, they do, because I thought they charged to pick up a package to deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently for returns, they do not charge.
Well, that's good to know.
And so all you do is go into the FedEx site and put the tracking number in and the information, and voila.
Cool.
You schedule it and they pick it up and all is well. So he was right. I don't have to make a 30-mile trip one way to drop off a package that got to me and didn't work. So, and I will never buy it from them again.
That's like I'm still waiting for I bought some grow bags for my potatoes and onions, and they zip down in the front so you can harvest your potatoes. Just
right.
Don't have to dig in the dirt. And now and I got them from Amazon. I got the other ones. I bought a pack of 12 for regular grow bags, and then I bought the 2 potato bags. And they're saying, no, I won't get them till sometime in June, but they ship them on the 6th. I'm like, unless they're coming from China, which they shouldn't be because it's supposed to be an American seller, because I always look for that.
Right.
So I get them sooner. and they won't provide tracking. So I'm assuming it's probably coming from the slow boat from China that's still docked in New York because they won't let anything in. So it has to go pick it up. It hasn't picked it up yet.
Wow.
Great. How about if I
I'm-
just cancel?
I'm telling you, I think it's I was talking to Valerie about this last night. Every package that I'm getting from New York, I think they're letting it sit
Quarantine it.
for a couple of days
Yeah.
because it's so close to me. Like if it
Mhm.
was coming from California, I don't think they let it sit, but with it coming from like New York,
Mhm.
it's sitting a couple of days in like Detroit. So
So
just-
come on, I want to get my potatoes in before
you're right.
for too long. And my onions. I got green onions I planted in the indoor grow box, and then I'm gonna got the regular onions I want to plant in the grow bag. So
Right. Yeah, I need to buy one of those potato ones. I tried onion and I had it was growing
mhm.
and then I came in one day and it had one of the toothpicks got wet
Uh-huh.
and it fell in the water and it was gross.
Yeah.
So I think I have regular green onion, the long ones
Uh-huh.
that are growing, but I don't have the
Well, I've got an onion that I kept because it was going bad and it started to sprout. So I have
Yeah.
it setting in a bowl, and I'm just going to throw that in the grow bag with some seeds that I have too, and just see
Yeah.
what I get. And then I have a potato that, started sprouting eyelets. So I took
Yeah.
those. I've still got it, and I'm waiting for the bag so I can plant the eyelets.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I'm hoping they're still good. We'll find out. But I know you can take and cut the end off the potato and plant it in the ground, and it'll sprout too. So I still have the potato, and I have other potatoes I can use if necessary.
Yeah.
My cantaloupes are sprouting. My lettuce is sprouting. My broccoli is sprouting so far.
Yeah.
So I'm all excited.
I know. I'm excited too. In my kitchen, that
Mhm.
box, peas are exploding. And so the beans, they sprouted just a little bit and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden they were 2 inches tall the next day.
I took those egg thingies and made a greenhouse with those with some plastic baggies. I cut them up the sides, and I took those little gator clips, took 2 skewers on one end, on either end, and then I kind of tinted it over the sides and clipped it so it has like their own little greenhouses.
Huh.
So
That's a good idea.
because I thought, well, I don't have anything to cover these like I do my grow box. So I thought, I started looking around. I'm thinking I got skewers and I got plastic. So
Yeah.
and clips.
I mean-
So I made a little tent. over
Yeah.
top of them. Works out pretty good. It's getting the right condensation and stuff.
Right. I seen a really cute way to make a trellis the other day. You make them out of wire hangers and you just bend them a little bit, and then you hang one on this side, one on this side, and then you bend those a little bit, so that it drapes down. Well, I might do that for my peas because I got some some stakes or whatever, some longer stakes, and I was gonna put tie a piece of yarn across those, so it would have like my peas and stuff would have a place to climb. But I'm almost thinking about doing the wire hanger thing. It was really cute.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to build my. I call it's like a step or grow bed, but it's just out of like a cinder blocks and wood, and then I'm gonna put the bags on each plank, so this like gradually goes up. instead of that way I don't have to get down on the ground. So it's not an actual square or rectangular grow bed or nothing. It's just somewhere to put these grow bags, so it looks kind of neat and orderly. Looks like it'll look like a set of stairs, but
Yeah.
it's for the grow bags.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about doing that with cinder blocks.
That's what I've got. We have a whole big bunch of cinder blocks down at the barn here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go down and get
They're,
some.
they're only like 50 cents a piece at Home Depot.
Yeah,
But
I
don't
thought
even
about
know
buying
if
some
I
too
get
in case they won't let me have any of those, but he usually lets me have what I want. So all I gotta do is go down and ask him.
Yeah.
But I seen one of those irrigation pipe planters too. Have you seen those where they use PVC pipe and they kind of cut it out or cut holes in it? They put the plants in there and then the water throws
Oh, right.
through it.
It's
Yeah.
like hydroponic, right?
Yeah, hydroponic. It's pretty cool. And I got all kinds of piping down there I could do that with if I wanted to do that next year.
But like, is it kind of like more than that though? Like you have to put in a
You have to have some kind of pump and all that so it keeps the water
Yeah.
running. Otherwise, it gets stagnant. So you would want it. You
yeah.
could probably use like a Mr. Bubble or something that would keep the water circulating, like from
Mhm.
and just run multiple pipes. That's what I would do because I have the big Mr. Bubble for
Yeah.
my bait tank. You could do
Mhm.
that and then just run multiple feed pipes into your irrigation.
I've been looking at Pinterest way too much lately. So I think I want to build my own bird bath.
Mhm.
And so I have a corner of the yard that we're putting the whole garden in and everything like that. But in the very corner, I want to put a bird bath with like a cinder block step kind of garden thing. And so I've been like looking at Pinterest to figure out how I could do that. But I mean, it looks pretty easy to make your own bird bath. So I'm thinking about it.
That would be fun. So you had an ideal, huh?
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of scary, huh?
Yep, it is.
I know. When one of these two sisters gets an idea, things start going sideways.
Right.
Sideways. Yep, that is true. Watch out.
Hank, could you give me the name of that tea again, that mint one that you were talking about? Or that we were talking about?
Is there a mint tea?
Yeah.
It reminds me, we got spearmint growing down by the lake. I need to go get some sprigs so I can get some of that. I love because it's wild and when we did our 40-day Survivor Challenge weight loss thing, that's what I drank every day was that mint tea. I got a big batch of it and I would steep it every day, and it helps cleanse the toxins and stuff out. So I'm glad you said that because I got to get some. Should be sprouting up about now.
Yeah.
But it smells so good down there when you're fishing because it's all down the bank of the lake. And then when they weed eat down there, you can really smell it. It's like, ooh.
Oh, man.
It smells so good. Clears your sinuses while you're fishing.
I bet.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a live jewelry show.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Until I run out of the abundance of jewelry that I have. Doing it every week until I run out or get to the point where, it's manageable because I have so much stuff that I've accumulated and it's just massive amounts.
Yeah.
I've probably got 15 or 16 just gallon bags that sitting in next door, not to mention the USPS totes that I have full of it. So I need to go through and bag it up and what it is.
So you're going to do an auction? How are you going to do it?
I think I'll do it just like I did with the Tanner Thon, just put a price on it and let it go at that. doesn't matter, because I have so much stuff, and I don't think I'll ever get through it in my lifetime. Because especially from all the auction where I bought trays upon trays of that stuff.
Right.
Hmm.
I have a few hundred pieces listed on eBay right now, and I still have a bunch behind me to list, and it's just like what's over there. I don't think I'll get to it within the next year or two. So
Well, did you at least go through it to find gold and silver?
that I did what I could. I don't have my silver or my metal tester yet, so when I would bring a bag over, I would go through that bag.
Yeah.
So it's just like I haven't gone through all of it yet. No. But I thought, well, somebody else might want it. I might even sell the bags individually. Hey, X amount for this gallon bag of jewelry. I don't know what's in it. I just put like one bag's got nothing but bracelets in it.
Yeah.
So and they're
I think that's a great
bangles,
idea.
bangle bracelets, or something like that. So yeah,
When were
I
you
enjoy going through it. It's just finding the time to go through it. So I thought, well, how about if I just sell it and let others do with it what they want? So
Yep.
I mean,
when were you
Great
thinking
idea.
of doing it, Lori?
I was thinking maybe starting next week, maybe on a Friday, like maybe 2:00. Do like an
Okay.
hour show, maybe 2 hours. I haven't really decided yet because I've got so much I have to get together first. But that's the kind of the. I think if I give myself a little bit of time, I can at least get enough get enough together for a 2 hour show.
Yeah.
And do that every
Yeah.
week. Compile enough for 2 hours, or sell
That's
it
a great idea.
or sell it till I run out of that whatever's in that tote for that day. So just to get rid of it, and because I know it's over there, it's driving me crazy, and I just don't have time to go through it the way I want to. So, and it
Yeah.
seems like whenever I buy it for the vintage pieces because I love looking at the vintage pieces like the West Germany pieces and stuff like that. So all this other stuff is more contemporary and modern, and there
Right.
is some vintage in there. I just haven't had time to look at it. 'Cause I
Mr.
bought it
Sadie
up
says, send it to him. Send it to me, Lori. I will test it free.
That is my goal, though. By the end of the month, I'm going to have a metal tester. So that's my goal for this month is to have that plus 3 truck payments, and I'm almost there.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Almost there.
Awesome. That's
So
great.
that's my goal because I'm trying to get my truck paid off by the end of next year.
Oh, that's very cool.
Even though it's still got, I still owe like $9,000 on it. I'm going to get it paid off by next year. That's my goal. So no matter what I got to do as far as what I got to sell and legally, I'm on
Right.
eBay now.
I'll do anything.
And Facebook Marketplace, of course. But
Well, the government just sent you 1,200, so that helped.
that's going towards my some of my bills, and I might use a little bit towards my metal tester and truck payments. So, well, I have enough in eBay to do what I need to do, so I can put that back until I absolutely have to use it. But if I had
Yeah.
to, that's what I would use it for. So
Yeah. How's Teresa's project coming along?
it is.
That looks like
Let's
it
just
struck
put
a
it that
nerve.
way. It is. Just fine. She's doing pretty good.
That's good.
So we got some more 2x4s yesterday, and I got to get her some more drywall probably by the weekend. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been interesting.
I am
Yeah.
sure.
And we're both still alive, so.
That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
Yeah. Mercy. So, how's everybody else's day going?
Going pretty good. Going pretty good. Yeah, like I said yesterday, kind of the morning was real busy, and then it kind of stopped for a little bit. And I got a couple of sales in the afternoon, and but it was a pretty. I made my quota for the day, so I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. The clothes are still selling.
Oh
Good, I
yeah.
got 3 brand new pairs of, I think they're either Lee's or Levi's that my daughter brought me because she works in a uniform place.
Uh-huh.
So, which they buy up pants to go with certain companies and stuff like that. And if they're not used, they give them to the employees.
Wow.
So she brought me, and they're still new with tags and everything. I think they're Lee's. And then over Christmas, she brought me Carhartts, the
Uh-huh.
overalls and stuff, brand new.
Wow.
So I mean, it's just where they overbuy it and they just write it off and then give it to the employees to do with what they want. So her boss knows that I do resell, so she sends stuff home to me
Nice.
free of charge. Like, hey, cool. So they can't do
Hey.
anything with it. They just write it off, and if they can't do anything with it, the employees don't take it. It ends up in the trash, so they just give it to me. So cool, I'll take it.
Wow, Julie had 7 orders yesterday and 3 so far today.
Ooh.
Awesome.
That is very.
That's
It sounds
great.
like things are picking up. Things are picking
Yep.
up.
Slowly but surely. I know I'm down to about 2 puzzles left,
Yep.
and that's it. And until I manage to find some more. And I'm about out of video games, or not video games, but audiobooks. I think I'm down to like 6 of those. So still have plenty of hidden object games, but they're
Things are
selling.
Still selling.
I sell those at least 2 or 3 a week. So
I don't know. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, with everybody, I just don't see a lot of people taking a bunch of trips over the summer. I think a lot of people are going to be doing staycations and just, staying close to home, which, we always have that summer slowdown type of thing, which I don't know. I think because I do a variety of different things. I mean, yes, it gets a little bit slow, but I've never really had that summer slowdown thing that everybody talks about.
Last year I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I did too.
Probably because I was working at the store so much and not listening as much too.
Right.
That probably had an effect on it too. But I did see it last year. But the couple of years before that, I didn't even see it.
Yeah. So, and I think that's going to be I'm hoping that's going to be the case this year, is that, there's not going to be a whole lot of people traveling and doing their thing. There's going to be, hopefully people are going to keep buying and so that's good. And I'm just trying to get as much stuff as I possibly can on. And with that announcement yesterday, it was just, even more of a reason to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to get ready for it. I think I got shoes on the list for today, which I hate doing shoes.
Uh-oh.
So it's going to be a challenge.
I'm doing wrestling figures. So.
Aha.
That was my Macari purchase for my flip, where I'm trying to flip to 1,000.
Yeah.
So I finally spent the $12 profit off the first flip and got these. So
Nice.
even if I sell them for $5 a piece, it'll net me like $60 after fees and all that. So
Yeah.
give or take. So I'll
That's
just keep
great.
flipping, starting with that one item, so I reach $1,000. So.
Yeah, that's a great way to. That's a great thing to do.
So if I make 60 off it, I'll take that $60 and buy something that's worth twice that or something.
Right.
Invest my money that way. I'll make that much more money. So
They used to do that on that show. Was it Barter?
Barter Kings, yeah,
Barter
where they would
Kings
flip
do that,
items,
right?
yeah. I used to watch it. I love that show.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Whoop bam! Remember the guy had that Tourette's?
Yep.
Whoop bam!
Yeah.
And then he bought that guitar, the Nikon Gaki, said Nikon Gaki. Nikangaki. That's all. But every time he would hear a word, he would constantly say it because that was because of his Tourette's. So he'd walk the whole show. He's going Nikangaki. Sound like a chicken. And they went and looked at rooster or turkey, so he's gobbling the whole time. The guy's trying to explain. He kept on. It was a funny episode. He said most people with Tourette's, they curse and stuff like that. He said his was with sounds and weird words.
Huh.
And how he would hear them, and he would just continually say them until something else popped up.
Crazy.
I said, I'd like to find a Nikangaki guitar myself. But
Hank says, the easiest way to get rid of shoes, throw them right in the trash can. I will tell you what, it's definitely tempting, but
I did that when I did the mass purge because some of them hadn't gotten, the moisture had gotten the leather ones, which you can clean those, but still it's a pain in the butt. You have to really extensively clean them to get that smell and stuff out. I just dumped everything in the trash. Tracy's like, what are you doing? I said, it's going to take me a month of Sundays to get all these leather shoes clean. I said, I've already made my money back, so I might as well just pitch them. So I did, and I haven't bought a pair of shoes since. So I've had some given to me that are new in the box and stuff, but I haven't bought any to sell. Even though they're right there in your face and you're going to make money, I was like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. Generally, I do pretty good on shoes. I'm just gonna have to just push through them and get them. I don't like cleaning them. I think that's
a pain in the butt.
I think it's time consuming. I would rather just lift a piece of clothing or.
Right. When I first decided to go get back into eBay and go full time, I started into clothing and shoes, along with the hard goods. So I didn't mind the cleaning process because, for one, I knew how to clean leather shoes because my dad showed me with his, and then I learned with my uniform and stuff how to shine my shoes and keep them clean and stuff, and what to use, what not to use. So that didn't bother me. And then the first time I pulled one out of inventory from the back shed, it had mold on it. I was like, oh crap. It took me almost 2 hours to get those clean. Because clean them, and then you have to put them in. Usually put them in a bag with baking soda and all that, and it pulls all that smell out. And then you got to clean them again. So, that one pair was okay. But when I opened that tote up, and there's a whole bunch that I hadn't even gotten listed yet. And I'm like, no, in the garbage. So, but I won't pass up a good pair of boots, like the Luke Kasich and all that. I won't pass those up because I know that's money on the shelf right there. And they will sell within a day or two for the most part.
The thing with those is, do your due diligence and clean as soon as you get them. Get them home, clean them, and get them listed, and they'll sell.
But I quit getting the bass, and all that, and all the regular ones. I can't even think of their name now, but all the common ones that sell regularly, I just quit picking those up, and it's just like I'm not doing it no more.
I've gotten moldy hats before. You take the ball caps and you can wash them in the sink with some Dawn or something, and they come out looking a lot better. And then let them remold on your mannequin head to shape, and they come out looking real good. But boy, you better make sure they're dry before. I always put them in plastic bags after I list them. But I must have had several that I left a little damp. And I put them in those bags. And
they get moldy again.
About a month later, I'm looking at what is on that cap. It's a good thing I didn't sell it, because that thing was just ruined. It was covered with moss,
You can run those through the dishwasher too. If you have one of those hat forms, those plastic hat forms, you put it in there and put it on the top rack. And I mean, they don't come completely dry out of there, but pretty close. And then you can take that hat rack and throw it in the dryer on a low setting, and it'll dry it the rest of the way without damaging the hat.
Huh.
So you want to
I
make
can
sure you
do
don't
it.
use it on a high setting because it could melt. Like if it's a snapback or if it's got like the old vinyl lettering or anything, it'll melt that. But if you put it on a low setting, it'll dry it.
Yeah,
Or do like I do, just hang it in front of a fan.
Yeah.
I do it faster and just grunge it out in the sink because I can do like 5 caps in one
Yeah.
one thing of water, but make sure you don't put a red cap in with the white ones.
Oh yeah, it's just like clothing. You don't want to put it.
Yeah. And you got 1 red cap and 4 pink ones.
Mhm.
And if you got one of those sprayers on your sink, those help too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I don't have, so that's why I do it in the dishwasher. Because I bought a lot of hats from an auction and had to wash. There were a bunch of trucker caps, and they were old and squishy, and so I put them. I went and got a couple of those hat forms and just put them in the dishwasher. You know.
Yeah.
And they sold.
Mr. Sadie. I charge for extra gold. That's right. Hey, that's penicillin right there.
Just scrape it off.
Oh, yep, that'll do it.
Put
Body
it on a
good.
peachy dish and put it in a baggie. Here you go, free penicillin.
Yep. Hank says if I get even a tiny whiff of mold, mildew, whatever, it's trash. I ain't risking it. It would have to be some magnificent, expensive fine for me to bother. I don't want the spores coming back. I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
Yeah, it's a pain when you get them on some nice shoes that you know that can bring you $100. It's worth the scrubbing, but a little bit of warm water and Dawn will take care of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna have to force myself to do that. I want to keep that variety going, you know, instead of
Yeah.
always. Even though clothing sells well, I still want to keep that variety going of listing everything. So I just have a list, and I'm trying to go by that list and just, you know, do what I need to do. That way I can get rid of, you know, maybe I don't get rid of everything all in one day, but if I'm working on, you know, say even if I just get 5 pairs of shoes, that's 5 that I don't have to deal with anymore. You know, put them away. They're listed and they'll sell.
Yeah. I don't mind shoes. I
Yeah,
list a
shoes
lot
don't
of 'em.
bother me.
I don't mind them either. I kind of actually like them.
I like them better than shirts or clothes.
Mhm.
I don't like doing all the measurements on the
Like pants are the
armpit to
things I like the
armpit,
least.
shoulder to cuff, you know, and you're like, eh. So shoes, it's a size 13 wide, you know, that's,
Yeah.
it's written right there on the shoe. There's
Yeah.
no,
No question.
yeah.
Yep.
Pants are the things I hate the worst. Just
Yeah.
because they're so long, laying them out.
I never
Never
will
can-
forget that comment I got on a pair of pants for ladies' pants, and the girl sent me a note and says, "Now this is my size, but I'm a little hippie. Do you think these will
I
fit
remember
me?
that.
This little
Do you
hippie.
think these will fit me? I'm a little hippie." And I'm like, well, how do I respond to that?
Very tread lightly.
I don't know what to tell you. I measured the hip to hip width and sent it to her and said, you know, on a flat lay, the hips at the widest are this, you know. And I think she bought them.
Oh my gosh. There you go. That must
Hank
have been
says
her
you got
measurement.
Hank says you got to measure the shoes too. I never measure shoes,
No,
Hank.
I never do that.
What do you measure? Like in the footbed or
I don't measure unless I can't find the size anywhere.
Right.
And then
yeah.
I measure from the inside of the toe to the heel, inside of the heel, and then across the widest part of the sole.
Oh,
You
I
know, for
don't
the
do all
longest,
that. You're better
I
than
only
the
do it
longest,
if I can't find if it's worn off, I'll measure.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the only time. But for the most part, I make sure it has a measurement.
for
for
the
the
longest
size.
time, I wanted to send that buyer a message saying, if you'll send me a picture of your ass, then I will make a judgment on the.
Yeah, like that would have gone over like a lead balloon.
Yeah, right.
You
Uh,
perv.
report.
Yeah. There's some
Seller
creepy
wants
old
to see my
dude.
ass.
Hank says she always measures shoes, even flip flops.
Of course you do, Hank.
You are the perfect reseller. You got all the measurements. I'm a little lazy in that.
I don't do shoes. I mean, my thing is people don't read it anyway. I can't tell you how many times I get requests for measurements for things that are already in there.
Yep.
And I feel like saying, as it says in the listing.
Yep.
Doesn't do any good. I'm fighting a
But I don't,
negative because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people are just. I really don't think that they go in and actually read.
I don't think they do
any
either.
And I think they're all about the pictures.
They must not read the title either because.
But I write my measurements on a whiteboard and then I take a picture of it, and then that's a picture in my listing, and I still get people.
Yeah.
Still get people who ask me.
That's why I said stupid people should not be allowed to shop on the internet. If they can't answer questions that a fifth grader could answer, they shouldn't be given internet shopping privileges.
Right.
At least maybe the Toys R Us or something, but not not for grown-up things. Drives me crazy. Stupid people and stupid drivers. That's just two of my biggest pet peeves. It's like if you can't pass a test on a bicycle, you sure shouldn't be driving a 6,000-pound piece of machinery.
This is true.
Yeah. I don't list as fast as I'd like to. I'm sure. Trying to put in all this info. Yeah. It definitely slows down the listing process, but I mean it's good because you've got all the measurements in there, and they can make a choice right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike says exactly, you shouldn't be able to vote either.
Right.
Good morning.
Drives me crazy.
I guess it could make a difference if you have somebody who does it not as described or something, because you can always say, well, the measurements were there, but I don't know.
That's like the one I'm fighting. She said that the battery was dead. I said I didn't send a battery in it. So it was for a watch. I said I don't send batteries. I test them here. And it's in the listing, it's in the title, it's in the condition that it will require a battery. She says the battery was dead. It's not working. It's like, did you put a battery in it? Because there wasn't one in it when I sent it. And then, so then I didn't hear anything, and then I get a negative feedback. So.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh my God.
That's right, Hank. No voting, no breeding, no buying on the internet. That's right. Food is questionable. Yeah.
They should be able to go to Cartoon Network and purchase stuff, and Nickelodeon.
Those Acme, all those Acme
Yeah,
explosives.
yeah.
and- yeah, definitely.
Speaking of elections, we had our county one, in November, and one of the sheriffs had just hundreds of signs all over the county. And after the election, he never came around and picked all those back up.
Say hello.
And so about a week ago,
I
I
thought.
saw about 4 kids in their front yard, and they had about 25 of those sheriff signs, and they were building forts out of it and such, making
Oh my
playhouses
goodness,
with
that's
them.
a great idea.
Yeah, they were busy at work. They had string and they were tying them together and making a cabin or something.
Wow,
Funny.
that's pretty smart, actually.
They're repurposing.
Yep.
Yeah, Mike for sheriff, Hey, and then get out their airsoft guns and shoot at each other and stuff. It's funny watching them
Oh my
play with
God.
those.
Man, airsoft hurts.
That's a great idea. There's a alternative use for all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least they're using their imagination and not got their head in their phones or their video games.
I was thinking about stealing a bunch of them and making garage sale signs out of them for my next garage sale.
There you go.
I've done that where everybody's come pick them up or nothing. I just sit there and see how long they're there, and if they're there for more than a month or two, I'll go get them.
Yep. I'll make good garage sale signs.
Some of them you can actually pull off the lettering if it's vinyl,
And
then you got just a plain clear board or blank board to work with. Or I'll just take the poster board and staple it to either side of it and write on it. So.
What you doing today, Sally?
Listing.
Listing.
Mm-hmm.
Listing.
That's my plan, is to get all these researched, priced, and photographed and listed. So that's gonna be an all-day job.
I'm actually going to be chit-chatting with Adam's Exploits at 3:00 today
Oh, cool.
on his channel. Let me
Very
get his
cool.
let me get his link.
I
Okay.
thought you were gonna say shit chatting.
That's a different way to go. Yeah, that'll be good.
That's not my plan.
I started walking yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Oh, good.
Yeah, I started walking yesterday. I got what was that? Mile. Let's say 1.8 miles. So that was good.
Yeah, good job.
I had to make a little. My town is so small that I had to make like a route where I would go down one street and then up another, and then down one street and up another. So I kind of had to figure out a route that I could take that would, serve me the best. And they're pretty good because I was glad that I did it. I'm going to try and do it every day after the show is over, weather permitting.
Did you take the dogs?
No. Now, I feel like, and this may be a naive way of seeing it, but I feel like if I take them out, then they're going to like being out and,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll
So they're always gonna try and
get out.
and get out.
Yeah, because that's kind of the way it was with Roscoe, and also Honey, for that matter. And so yeah, I haven't been taking them, and that may not be completely true, but I just feel like,
To me, it seems like you stop more too when you're
Oh
walking
yeah,
and you're not getting a rhythm in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't. Because I know when I would walk Tanner, he would have to stop and sniff every blade of grass
Oh,
and
gosh,
leaf
yeah.
and tree and
Mhm.
other dog butt and
Yeah.
so it's like no, I'd have to do that separate.
Yeah, and I was really surprised at how quickly it went because I was really planning on doing at least 45 minutes, and I was home in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good, but yeah, it definitely felt good just to get out and walk the neighborhood and get some exercise. I do need to find some music though.
Spotify is really good.
I do iHeartRadio.
Yeah, I need to find some a
Only
channel.
because there's a Winona channel, so that's why.
There you go. Yeah.
Radio.
Yeah, I really I started really liking Spotify because if you like go on there and look up, a certain artist name and then you play that and then, you go on something else um and play that, then they like
They find the same style of
yeah,
artist to
yeah,
suggest to you.
yeah, and yeah, they make you basically they make you a channel that
Right.
you're gonna
That
like all the stuff.
caters to your
Right.
likes. Rita says iHeartRadio is good. That's on the same order as Pandora, right? Pandora is
Yeah, I
the
think
same kind
so.
of thing. I have hundreds and hundreds of music CDs that I'm like, I wish I could put the music somewhere. I started importing it into like iTunes, but then what do you do with it? Then you can just play it on your computer.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
so
Or get an MP3 player and put it on that.
yeah, like I had an iPod.
Yeah.
iPod is that
Yeah,
what it's
iPod.
called?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Pretty much you can get all your music for free on YouTube.
Mhm.
Download
Yeah.
You can download a YouTube converter and you convert the music to your iPod or whatever, and
Mhm.
And just yeah.
um if it's something that you can't get on YouTube, I would say put your disc in your computer, download it to your
Excuse me.
computer, and then you can transfer it to your phone or wherever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I
Fuck up
bought my tea, Hank.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something.
Find something like what?
It's like I had a MP3 player and I put all kinds of like, I guess you would call it pick me up music like Rocky's Wanna Fly and all that stuff that makes you want to exercise and do better and stuff like that. Inspirational hip hop, I guess you would call it. I don't know, pop music.
Yeah.
Pick like Footloose, everybody like that's just a get up and go song to me.
Yeah.
Because I used to play that every morning for my employees, for the department that I had. Every morning we'd have our morning meeting, and I'd click that on, and they'd get all hyped up and ready to go. Be like, we got a lot of work to do today, and a short time to get it done. So I'd play
Everybody
that.
cut, everybody cut,
Yep.
Footloose.
They'd be ready to go after that. Till about 2 in the afternoon, then they're starting to get that little afternoon swag.
I could see you doing
my
that, fishing and
gosh.
picking.
What's that?
Wow.
He bought a Joe Tiger King music CD. He was rolling around
my
town in my
God.
tiger print pants, listening to Joe Tiger King singing.
I hate to burst your bubble, but that's not him singing.
No, no,
He
it's
pulled a
not.
Milli Vanilli.
Oh, totally. Totally.
Because my sister said that. She says, he's
Mhm.
stupid, but he's got such a nice singing voice. I said, she's like, what? I said, not him.
Let's see. Who really sang for Joe Exotic?
The what?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Who really
Sally's,
sang?
Sally's down a hole.
It was a band that he
Vince-
commissioned.
Vince Johnson and vocalist Danny Clinton are actually behind the songs in the music videos. The
Yep.
pair have customized songs before, and Exotic convinced them to make him some personalized tracks for free, saying, "Get it?
Get
They
it?
get exposure is now
Yeah.
defunct reality."
Yep.
Where'd it
And,
go?
but they didn't know that he was going to do what he did and take credit for it and basically lip sync. So I think there's a lawsuit.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't doubt it a bit.
Fishing and picking.
Don't crush my dreams.
That song is the same for me. Like, it gets stuck in my head.
What's that one?
I saw a tiger.
Oh, yeah.
A tiger saw me.
Yeah.
He accepted the offer, but
Awesome. Yeah.
Saw a tiger.
And he was eating a guy named Don.
Oh my gosh.
now he just paid.
Cool.
Sold a pair of books for $45.
Good
Nice.
job.
Yeah.
What kind of books?
It is
Triangle.
the collected works of G.K. Chesterton, volumes 1 and 2.
Huh.
I think I got them at a library sale for $0.25 a piece.
Sweet.
Job.
I have no idea who G.K. Chesterton is.
G.K. Chesterton is
Chesterton.
I guess, a 19th century author. What did he write that was of any people would know? I don't know. Oh, you know what I think he wrote? Did you ever watch the TV show, Father Brown Mystery Series?
Oh,
Have you
yeah,
ever heard
with
of
Tom
that?
Bosley. It had Tom
No.
Bosley in it.
Was that Father Brown?
Yeah,
No.
it had him and, what's his name's daughter? The singer. Crap. Okay, now I got to look it up.
Oh,
Was it not Newton? What is her
yeah.
name?
And so those books were written by G.K. Chesterton from 1910 to 1935.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good
Ricky
sale.
Nelson's daughter. That's it.
Ricky Nelson's daughter.
Yeah, she was.
Yes, I've watched that show. And she's a nun.
Yeah, she's the nun.
Yeah,
and he's and Tom Bosley plays the.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is her name?
No, that's Father Dowling.
Okay, yeah.
Father Brown is a British mystery series.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I see that
Yeah.
now with what just popped up, but still, I'm thinking of Tom Bosley and her. Can't think of her name now.
Oh, and I can picture her too. And then in the show, she dresses up. She goes undercover and she dresses up as all kind of different things.
Yeah,
Dang it, I can't remember.
she's in a lot of Lifetime stuff too.
Was that in the
Tracy
70s?
Nelson. Her name's Tracy Nelson.
Tracy Nelson.
Yeah.
Father Dowling mysteries.
Yeah, with
aired
Tom
in
Bosley.
from
Yeah.
1989 to 1991. Rita.
It had Mary Wicks in it too, and I think I remember her in
She was in those.
Andy Griffith, wasn't she?
She was in those. Do you remember those movies? I think those were in the 60s or 70s where angels go, trouble follows.
Oh yeah. Oh, she was
About
in
a
Sister
convent.
Act. That's what she was in.
Oh,
she
was
was the
she in
nun in
Sister
Sister Act. Yeah.
Huh. She played a nun in those other movies too.
She played a nun in a lot of her movies.
Yeah. But in Father Dowling, I think she's the housekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was a good series, though. I remember watching that with my mom.
Yeah, I liked Murder, She Wrote.
Oh yeah, I used to
Yeah.
watch all those.
And
Magnum PI. Of course, she only watched that because she had a thing for Tom Selleck. Which I had a post. She bought a poster and made me hang it on the back of my door so she'd come in and look and she'd go, "Oh."
we're watching a series on Netflix called Murder in Paradise. It's set in the Caribbean. The detective. It's like a detective show in the Caribbean.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
I want to live in the Caribbean.
Don't we all?
I want to live somewhere with beaches and blue water and
Yes.
sand and
Palm
warm.
trees.
Yeah.
And warm weather.
Yes.
That's what I'm with you.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Lots of Rasta guys walking around handing you blunts.
That's all right.
Handing you
Mhm.
what?
Blunts.
Oh.
Singing "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
That's right.
Don't worry, be happy, man.
That you're
Don't worry.
still drum.
Happy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Boys of Nancy Drew. Yeah, I remember those series too, and the books. I used to love reading those books. I've read every one of both sets.
Which books?
Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew.
Oh, Nancy Drew, I did.
Yeah, I've read both. I loved
Yeah.
them. Us kids in elementary school, we would fight to try to get in line to get to the library first to get the next book because we all would read them.
Never
And,
read the Hardy Boys, but I read
Oh, we loved them.
the
They started out with the Hardy Boys, and then they brought the Nancy Drew series out. So then we were all fighting over those. So
yeah. And I
I've
mean,
sold a few of those Hardy Boy books.
I've got one
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah.
I just I think the very first Nancy Drew, there's something about the clock tower, mystery of the clock or
the
something.
mystery of the clock.
Yeah,
I think the clock tower mystery is the
yeah,
first.
something. That's her very
Yeah.
the very first one.
But when I first started on eBay many moons ago, back in 1997, that was the bulk of what I sold.
Books.
Books and lots of children's series books. The Hardy Boys, the Bobbsey Twins,
Uh-huh.
Sherry Ames, the Nurse series books. You know, back then, if you could find them, you could make a lot. I mean, the prices on those have tanked now, but yeah. So
I don't know
Interesting.
if you remember, it used to be books and stuff back in what 95
Yeah.
when they first started.
Yeah.
It was because it was part of
yeah.
was it Half Price at one time or something like that?
Oh, half price
Right.
books.
Yeah, they kind of spawned off and started an actual store, but that's basically where it all come about. eBay and Half Price Books started from that little
Yeah.
thing right there.
Yeah.
Then when I started in '98, I was selling baseball cards and stuff like that, and it took forever to upload pictures, and you just have to scan
Yeah.
them. You take them with a camera,
Yeah. Get
And
them
then
developed at first.
get
before
it
the digital
developed,
camera.
then bring it home and
Scan it.
and then wait for it to upload. It would take a day to list one item.
Oh, yeah.
because-
Oh my gosh.
oh,
Yeah,
it
you
was
would take all your
horrible.
pictures and take your film to get developed.
Yep,
But
because
back then, you could go on to eBay. You could click on books category.
uh-huh.
You could look at all the books that were listed for sale, like 3 or 4 pages of them. And then about 5 days later, you could go back, click on the books category, go through all the books that have been listed until you came to the ones that you just saw a few days ago. Like you could in an hour go through all the books that have been listed in the past
Yeah.
week.
Wow.
Like,
So, I mean,
it's
it
crazy.
didn't have a whole lot of pages like of stuff
Right.
like they do now.
Right.
I mean, you could.
Right.
It was crazy. It's long. It took forever. I sold my first baseball card on eBay, and I thought you know.
That's what Gary B says. He says I see or I hear so many kids nowadays saying I would list on eBay, but it's so hard. And he's like, dude, you don't even freaking know.
You don't even know. I mean, to list one thing, it was a process.
Yeah.
I mean, because you know, like you're saying, you have to go get your film developed, and if you couldn't afford the 1 hour developing, you had to wait 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, you waited a few days.
So
And then they'd send you a check or a money order.
yeah, and then you'd have to wait for that, and then you'd have to. I was like, ugh.
Wait for the check to clear before you
Yeah.
mailed it.
It
Yeah.
was crazy.
Man.
Sounds
And
like more of a headache than what it was worth, really.
we have it made now. Yeah.
You know. But all right, well, we're gonna wrap it up for today. I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah. Don't forget to see go to Adam's Exploits at 3 p.m.
Yeah, we'll go
Put,
on
Yeah.
there.
put a link in
Central time or Eastern time?
Eastern.
Or,
3 o'clock Eastern.
Put a link in on our hustle chat too. So
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, that'd be great. All
'cause that's
right.
the only way I remember if I get notification.
Yeah, I
I
know.
get so busy, I forget what I'm doing half the time, or other things.
Yeah.
I gotta go do that. So, all right.
We'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye, everybody.